It's a very special pleasure for me to be able to talk to you today and to introduce to you one research project that I lead or led through the past 3 years. It's entitled 10 in the Clouds, Digital Learning to Overcome School Failure. And this is a research project we did in cooperation, or we as in the Vienna University of Technology did in cooperation with 6 partners from 5 different European countries. It's a research project that was financed by the European Union under the so-called Key Action 2 program for innovation in ICT in education. And I will give you today a general introduction to the project, in which we developed a total of 6 digital educational learning modules. These modules are all now available as open educational resources via our website, so you can all, or you're very welcome to use them. They can be freely downloaded, and I will introduce them to you a little bit in more detail. So, to start with, however, I would like to give you a little bit background information about the program and especially about our target groups, because this project was specifically aimed for Roma children and youth. And I think it's always important to give you a little bit more background information, because it also helps you to better understand the learning modules if you know where we are coming from, so what kind of background we had in mind and for which target group we created these learning modules. I will also focus on the pedagogical approach and which educational schools actually inspired us to create our own pedagogical approach within this project. I will also explain in more detail how the implementation actually worked, how the materials were implemented in our target locations, and since it's a research project, we also evaluated actually the learning process of the participants. So I will also talk a little bit about this evaluation process and the results. So to start with, let's talk about our main reasons, our goals behind this project. So why actually did we do this? And just to mention shortly, these are the 6 project participants. You basically can divide them in 2 groups. You have the so-called developers. These were the institutions that developed the educational models. So this was Vienna University of Technology, Technical University of Košice in Slovakia, and the Verein Offenes Lernen, which is also based in Vienna, Austria. Then we had one project partner. This is an institution from the Czech Republic, CEO, and this is an institution that is particularly specialized in evaluating learning processes. And this was also the partner who was in charge of the evaluation of this project. And then on the right-hand side, you can see our 3 implementing locations. So these are institutions that work on a daily basis with Roma children and youth in Kosovo, in Slovakia, and in Romania. So just to give you the general project partners. So what were the goals? And to start here, actually the most important one actually was a number. An astronomically high number of school dropout rate, nearly 89% of all Roma children drop out of school early. So this is 9 out of 10 kids that do not finish secondary education. And these are only kids that come from Roma families who have a Roma background. They're also called the Gypsy community, maybe if this is more familiar. So this was actually the main reason we wanted to create an alternative educational approach to give children that either do not have access to education, to quality education in the first place. This can be geographical distance to schools, for instance. This can be socioeconomic reasons. So basically reasons why you cannot access school. So this is the one target group, and the other target group is students that already dropped out of school. So pupils that made a very bad experience with school. And to give them a possibility back to education, so an alternative access to help them to acquire knowledge, skills, expertise in order to get a job later on in life, and basically to empower their prosperity or the prospects of life. So this was the first goal, to design an alternative educational approach for those pupils. And the second one is that we realized that many out of this target group are actually not digital natives. So they did not grow up with smartphones, tablets, PCs, as most of our children do, but they basically do not have access to the digital world. And if we think about the digital world, almost anything is already digital today. So basically, if we don't teach everyone digital literacy, we even further divide this, this rich and poverty group. So there needs to be something in the middle in between to provide also these people with the basic skills. So the second goal was enhance digital literacy. And the third one, and I would say this is a very optimistic one, but ultimately wanted also to find somehow a way of kind of breaking this vicious circle which comes into being if you come from a socially disadvantaged group, you don't have the same educational possibilities, later on you will not have the same job prospect, and then later on you will have a worse life actually. So somehow find a way to break the circle, and I think we can agree that education is a very powerful tool that can help here.